Hi, John with eTrailer. You didn't buy this dually for nothing, so let's get to towing. And I'm talking fifth wheel towing. This is the B&W Companion fifth wheel hitch on our 2022 Ford F-450. Let's take a look at some of the features that I like about the B&W here. Number one probably for me is that this head is removable. For a number of reasons, that's a good thing for me. One, if you have like a sliding tonneau and you have to have the height up on this just for your trailer, to remove this and get this out of the way, you pull two pins. And to keep your hands clean, which is another thing, you got two levers, one on this side, one on this side. You pull up, lift up, and the head comes off. Your hands aren't even getting greasy. That to me is pretty cool. Now, that's going to expose these legs here, and we can kind of go into if you, when you order this, it's going to come in some boxes here. The head comes assembled. You're going to have this lower mounting plate that comes assembled, and then you have your legs here. To install these legs, you've got 4 bolts on each side, and you've got 2 blocks on the inside on each side. One of the things I like about this hitch is the adjustability of it. When you're installing these legs, and you'll see this in the diagram, you can adjust it not only up and down, but also fore and aft on your truck. If you need your camper to sit either closer or further away from your cab, you can do that. There's going to be 3 positions fore and aft like this. So that is pretty nice. This is not a lot of other fifth wheels can do that as far as that goes, the hitches. Now, if you want this thing completely out of your truck, you can pull the pin a little bit more graceful than I did. On either side, you're going to swing these handles out. Simply lift up. And now you have the entire truck bed to use, which is nice. That's the reason you bought a pickup truck, so that you can have the entire 8-foot bed to use. Having the removable head like that reduces the weight of it, so it also makes it like a one-person job, which is nice because some of these ones that don't come apart can get really heavy. Now, as far as the latch on the B&W, it has a really nice feature. It's a non-binding latch. Basically what that means is if you ever park your camper on a campground where it's uneven, and basically the camper will pull away just a little bit from your rig. With other fifth wheel plates, if you try to pull out, it's going to bind up on you and lock, and it's really difficult sometimes. You would have to get out and chock the tires on the camper and then push back to be able to pull the lever out. This is a non-binding lever on the B&W, and what that means is after you pull the safety pin, simply slide that thing forward. It's going to. This is not a traditional hitch lever. So even if your camper is bound up, you can pull that forward. If the jaws still don't open, 99% of the time you just get in your truck, you'll be able to pull forward and the jaws will release. That's a nice feature. Now, something to point out, especially on a dual rear wheel truck like this, it's nice that the handle is within reach and I can open it just like this. But I know I'm tall and I've got a pretty good reach here. That's great, the handle, but the lock mechanism is inside there. So more than likely, you're gonna have to climb up into your cab or into the bed here anyway, just to lock your handle once you hook up or if you're unhooking. So just something to keep in mind. The B&W brand is one of the favorites here at eTrailer, and the reason is because they have quality stuff. This is heavy built. The gray powder coat finish is gonna last you a long time. As far as the jaws, these are 1-inch thick jaws on this. This is a dual jaw design, and you know, these things are just massive. So we don't have any complaints about that. Now let's talk about some capacities of the B&W hitch here. As far as your pin weight, that's going to be the weight pushing down on this hitch, 6,250 pounds. That's plenty, especially if you're just towing a camper like this, fifth wheel camper. As far as gross trailer weight rating, 25,000 pounds. Now that's going to be the weight of your camper or your trailer and anything you put in it or on it. And that was a look at B&W's fifth wheel hitch on our 2022 Ford F-450.